In this lecture, you will learn how to pass primitive types and return primitive types from a lambda function. You have already used string, so using primitive types is no big deal. To do that, create a new class, call it data types. We'll put it in a package called com.bharat.aws.lambda. Finish. Create your lambda function within this Pojo. Public, it returns int back. Get number is the function name. Float is what it takes as a parameter, number. Within the function, return number. A very weird function that will downcast the number and it will return it back. These types that we are using here, float and int, they can be wrapper types as well. They need not be primitives like this. Now to test this, you go to template.aml of your project. The first step is to provide the handler class. Now that the handler class has changed for testing our project, you go to the project, copy this package name, come back here, paste that package name instead of hello world, and the class name is data types. You can copy that, come back, paste the class name, and the last one is the function name, which is get number. Paste that instead of hello. That's it. Now you go to the command line, build your project, SAM build, make sure you are under the first lambda project directory, which has the template YAML and all that. SAM build. Once it finishes, the next steps as it provides, you can do a deploy. If you want to test your service on the AWS Lambda service on the cloud, or you can invoke it locally. To invoke it locally, we have to change the events.json. So grab the events.json. Right now it has a string. Instead of that string, I'm going to pass it 1234.1234, a float value. Now go back here. If you remember the command, SAM local invoke hello world function, and you need to specify where the event.json is. Hit enter to see the output of it is 1234. The decimal point numbers that we have provided, everything after the decimal is gone because it has received the data as float and it has returned back a integer. Similarly, you can play around with other types. If you want to return a boolean, you can do that. Simply number is say greater than 100. So that's the logic we have. Now go back, build it real quick. Once it finishes building, we can test it real quick locally. That's the beauty of SAM. On the Docker image, it says true because 1234 is obviously, this decimal point number is greater than 100. So it's that simple to work with primitive types.